No, no crowd can stop Lord Chippy from burning them down. Justice ain't fast, justice ain't clean. It's a long, sharp road through the in-between. So raise your fists and light your flames. Chippy's coming and he don't play games.
Well, I mean, they've got it almost right, just not far enough. A serial offender who tried to assault a 7-year-old agrees to be castrated in a plea deal with Louisiana prosecutors. Unfortunately, it's only chemical, but we're on the right track. A serial child assaulter, again, the fact that we're giving him the option to be deballed and not, well, de-lifed, allegedly in Minecraft, is good-ish. I mean, it's a start. 1 second. Let's see, Thomas Allen McCartney, of a tier 3 offender, was, with a long rap sheet of, again, abuse, accepted the punishment on Tuesday, so he would be sentenced to both surgical and chemical castration. Okay, well, they did go far enough. Louisiana, I might want to move there. Let me see how the locality works out. Now, McCartney agreed to both the surgical and chemical castration and will serve 40 years in prison under the plea deal. Now, the plea deal follows the disturbing incident in February 2023 when a mother caught McCartney in the act of being gross with her daughter. Again, the fact that he made it out of that house alive with that mother shows that she has incredible, incredible control, because I don't. Now, McCartney brandished a firearm and attempted to escape the scene, fled across state lines, and he was later captured in a Houston hotel and extradited back to Louisiana. Now, he was previously convicted of attempted assault and arrested on 2 counts of assault on a 12-year-old in 2000. Why is he out of prison? Does anyone know? It's just insane. I don't understand why he's out of prison, why he was ever able to be walking free. This horrific crime should have never happened. Thomas McCartney is a predator that needs to be locked away from others in our community. Vernon Parish District Attorney Terry Lambrett said in a statement to reporters. Now, Louisiana has become the first state where judges can order offenders guilty of certain gross crimes against children to undergo surgical castration under a bill signed into law by Governor Jeff Landry last year. Now, proponents of the Louisiana law, which took effect on August 1st, 2024, hope that the new possible punishment will deter people from committing crimes against children. However, opponents argue that it's cruel and unusual. I don't care. Go to Geneva if you don't like this. This is what we're doing. You don't get to hurt any more children. I'm sorry your willy will never work again, but many children will be safe, so I don't care. That's all. Now, chemical castration is a procedure which involves using medication to reduce testosterone. Now, surgical castration involves an orchiotomy, or removal of the testicles. I'm good with that we're doing the both option with this gentleman, and I'm okay with it. Again, if you don't like it, please move out of Louisiana. Mo will be moving there. Again, she should have the exact same punishment that the man was going to get because she falsely accused him. That is my stance. I do not like this. Stole his career and future. A woman falsely accused a military doctor of assault and then secretly recorded him in a frame-up gone awry. A Pennsylvania woman will spend time behind bars. Finally, punish these people. Punish these people. After she falsely reported an assault to law enforcement and illegally recorded the man she accused without his consent. In May, Veronica Rodriguez, 27, was found guilty by a Lebanon County jury on 1 count each of false reporting, intercepting communications, and disclosing intercepted communications. On Wednesday morning, the defendant was sentenced to 30 days in jail, and she will spend approximately 22 additional months on probation, according to the Lebanon County District Attorney's Office. Now, in January 2023, Rodriguez, who was at that time a member of the Pennsylvania Air National Guard, went on a date with a military doctor. The pair drank alcohol and did have relations in the man's car while parked at a Keystone Conference Center in Fort Indiana Town Gap, a sparsely populated census-designated place some 30 miles northwest of Harrisburg. Now, police approached the car for being parked after hours, and the incident later appeared on the police blotter. Now, Rodriguez later claimed that the encounter was not consensual and that the man took her glasses so she could not see clearly, according to a New York-based Fox affiliate. But timing was key. The woman only leveled the, assault claim after both she and the doctor were confronted by National Guard officials about fraternizing. Now, recordings tell a different story. Rodriguez told local police her phone had recorded part of the SA. Now, when police seized the phone, which contained both a conversation between the pair and part of their encounter, the ensuing investigation into the phone's contents contradicted some of the woman's claims. Detectives later discovered a text message back and forth where they set up another date. Investigators also found that Rodriguez had sent video and audio to another contact after describing her night with the doctor. The defendant had consensual sex and then secretly recorded that and bragged about it to multiple friends. She only cried, assault when confronted about fraternization with the victim by her military superior. District Attorney Peter Hess-Gaff wrote in a statement after the verdict, "She manipulated the secret recording to try to make it appear as if it was an assault. A full review of the defendant's cell phone evidence was damning and proved otherwise." Now, the prosecutor elaborated on the evidence against Rodriguez during a press conference after the verdict. The case has drawn local and national attention over how the state handled the incident. "Every step of the way, this was consensual," Graff said. "Not only do you have those messages between the two parties, but you have the way she described it to her friends in every text and every message. It was consensual." Now, the district attorney took her critics to task in the post-sentencing statement. "It's no coincidence that all our members of law enforcement and the public who actually saw the evidence, who actually heard the testimony, and who actually had to endure listening to 60 minutes of a sexual encounter." 60 minutes? Good night, nurse. All came to the same conclusion that Veronica Rodriguez was not assaulted, that Veronica Rodriguez had lied to law enforcement. Now, the prosecutor also addressed the convicted woman for the role that she played in the doctor's forced resignation from his military career. With her heinous and wholly false report of assault, Rodriguez stole his career and his future. Graff went on, he resigned from the military, lost his pension, and still received continued harassment to this day. Yeah, she should get more than 20 days. She ruined someone's life because she got in trouble for doing the same thing. I just do not like people. Now, in what I can only say, if you buy this story, I've got some, I'll take you to the new Cracker Barrel with a smile on my face. That's what I'll do if you buy this story. I was afraid. A man accused in a quadruple murder claims that he was working with the FBI. Sure, Jan. Got his cover blown and ran because he was scared. A Tennessee man suspected of slaughtering 4 members of a family he allegedly just known for months after he had gotten out of prison has spoken openly for the first time about the slayings. Now, Austin Drummond told local media outlet that he was working as a confidential informant and that his cover was blown, insisting he had no reason to take anyone's life. Now, Drummond, 28, whose great life achievement has been racking up an assorted list of, charge list, rap sheet of felonies and miscellaneous misdemeanors. Yeah, he's the one 000, MI6, the CIA, the FBI, and possibly NATO wanted this man of many talents and many felonies. Now, he is accused of taking the lives of James Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose and Braden Williams in July, but abandoning a 7-month-old baby who was related to them, in someone else's driveway, so did not take the baby's life. Now, this week, Drummond, who spent years behind bars before being released in late 2024, broke his silence about the killings in an interview with local CBS affiliate WTVF, insisting he'd been wrongly accused. Yes, it's a stitch-up. It's a frame-up. According to the outlet, Drummond claims that he was assisting authorities, including the FBI. Yes, because when they're looking for an asset, they're looking for a man that looks just like this, who has a rap sheet longer than my arm, and no discernible other skills. Yes, he's the perfect secret agent. Now, he claims that he was working with them in an undercover role that was aimed at cracking down on drug smuggling into correctional facilities. He alleges that he was able to help arrest drug dealers, cops, and gang members who are allegedly involved in all of the contraband smuggling. Now, he apparently told the outlet that he'd become a member of the Vice Lord's gang as part of the operation, but in the weeks before the slayings, his cover was blown. I really, really hope, because look, I'm not a gangologist, but I have heard that if you pretend that you are part of the gang and you actually aren't, you could get in trouble. So, I really hope that you filled out your Timu membership card for the Vice Lords, because I don't think they take kindly to saying you're a member when you're not. I don't know. I only watched The Wire for half an episode. Now, this according to him, led to the shooting deaths, though it's unclear as to how or why. Now, Drummond refused to provide further details because he has to make them up. They found out I was an informant, Drummond told the interview. I was afraid because I knew bad things happened, he claimed. I was afraid that because I was an informant, things could go wrong and things could happen to me. When asked why he ran, Drummond allegedly admitted that he shouldn't have run, but he was too scared. Now, he repeatedly insisted that he was innocent and had no reason to take the lives of any of the people whom he considers to be family, but he also allegedly admitted to being just a scotch involved. Now, he does have multiple convictions on his record for crimes including armed robbery, vandalism, retaliation for past actions, specifically an act of harming or threatening someone in response to their prior involvement in legal proceedings. Yeah, the FBI is totally going to pick this guy. They need the best of, current FBI possible. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think he's 000, king of the douchebags, but he's douche, king douche. But there you go. Maybe he is a secret MI6 agent, / 000